The Sword and the Stone, Chapter 24. Perhaps there ought to be a chapter about the coronation. The barons naturally kicked up a fuss, but as the wart was prepared to go on putting the sword into the stone and pulling it out again till doomsday, and as there was nobody else who could do the thing at all, in the end they had to give in. A few of the Gaelic ones revolted, who were quelled later, but in the main the people of England and the partisans like Robin were glad to settle down. They were sick of the anarchy which had been their portion under Uther Pendragon, sick of overlords and feudal giants, of knights who did what they pleased, of racial discrimination, and of the rule of might as right. The coronation was a splendid ceremony. What was still more splendid, it was like a birthday or Christmas Day. Everybody sent presents to the wart, for his prowess in having learned to pull swords out of stones, and several burghers of the city of London asked him to help them in taking stoppers out of unruly bottles, unscrewing taps which had got stuck, and in other household emergencies which had got beyond their control. The dog boy and Wat clubbed together and sent him a mixture for the distemper, which contained quinine and was absolutely priceless. Leoliach sent him some arrows made with her own feathers. Cavall came simply and gave him his heart and soul. The nurse of the forest savage sent a cough mixture, 30 dozen handkerchiefs all marked, and a pair of combinations with a double chest. The sergeant sent him his crusading medals to be preserved by the nation. Hob lay awake in agony all night and sent off Cully with brand new white leather jesses, silver varvels, and silver bell. Robin and Marian went on an expedition which took them 6 weeks and sent a whole gown made out of the skins of pine martens. Little John added a yew-bow, 7 feet long, which he was quite unable to draw. An anonymous hedgehog sent 4 or 5 dirty leaves with fleas on them. The questing beast and King Pellinore put their heads together and sent some of their most perfect fumets, wrapped up in the green leaves of spring, in a golden horn with a red velvet baldric. Sir Grummer sent a gross of spears with the old-school crest on all of them. The cooks, tenants, villains, and retainers of the castle of the Forest Savage, who were given an angel each and sent up for the ceremony in an ox-drawn char a banc at Sir Ector's charge, brought an enormous silver model of Cow Crumbrock, who had won the championship for the 3rd time, and Ralph Paslew to sing at the coronation banquet. Archimedes sent his own great-great-grandson, so that he could sit on the back of the king's throne at dinner and make messes on the floor. The Lord Mayor and aldermen of the City of London subscribed for a spacious aquarium mews cum menagerie at the Tower, in which all the creatures were starved 1 day a week for the good of their stomachs. And here, for the fresh food, good bedding, constant attention, and every modern convenience, the wart's friends resorted in their old age, on wing and foot and fin, for the sunset of their happy lives. The citizens of London sent £50 million to keep the menagerie up, and the ladies of Britain constructed a pair of black velvet carpet slippers with the wart's initials embroidered in gold. Kay sent his own record griffin with honest love. There were many other tasteful presents from various barons, archbishops, princes, landgraves, tributary kings, corporations, popes, sultans, royal commissions, urban district councils, czars, beys, mahatmas, and so forth. But the nicest present of all was sent most affectionately by his own guardian, old Sir Ector. This present was a dunce's cap, rather like a pharaoh's serpent, which you lit at the top end. The wart lit it and watched it grow. When the flame had quite gone out, Merlin was standing before him in his magic hat. "Well, wart," said Merlin, "here we are, or were, again. How nice you look in your crown. I was not allowed to tell you before, or since, but your father was, or will be, King Uther Pendragon, and it was I myself, disguised as a beggar, who first carried you to Sir Ector's castle in your golden swaddling bands. I know all about your birth and parentage, and who gave you your real name. I know the sorrows before you, and the joys, and how there will never again be anybody who dares to call you by the friendly name of Wart. In future, it will be your glorious doom to take up the burden, and to enjoy the nobility of your proper title. So now I shall crave the privilege of being the very first of your subjects to address you with it, as my dear liege lord, King Arthur." "Will you stay with me for a long time?" asked the wart, not understanding much of this. "Yes, wart," said Merlin, "or rather, as I should say, or as it have said, yes, King Arthur." Explicit Liber Primus.